Classical music can be divided into two big categories: large-scale works, symphonies and the like, and small-scale works called chamber music. And the differences can be profound. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. My name is Arthur Ross. I am a classically trained professional violist. I've been playing in symphony orchestras, chamber ensembles, and recording studios for 30 years. I've also produced concerts, large and small, from full-scale symphony orchestras to my own one-man show. On this channel, I talk about music and music performance. I talk about art and its significance to our culture. And I talk about the life and work of the performing artist. In this video, large versus small, symphonic versus chamber music. With acoustic music, music made with instruments that do not require electrical amplification, size matters. Group size, the number of players on stage. See, today, a single amplified instrument, like a guitar, can be heard with crystal clarity over the noise of 80,000 screaming fans in some outdoor stadium. Moreover, at the press of a button, that guitar can be made to sound like an electric violin or almost any other instrument. Sort of. In the past, however, if you wanted different sounds in your music, you had to have the actual instruments on stage. And if you needed the music to be louder, you had to have more players. So, over time, the modern symphony orchestra of 80 to 100 players developed. But all along, chamber music, music for small groups, 2 or 3 or 4 players, was still being written. Let's talk about both categories in turn. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button below and subscribe and share this video with one of your close friends. It's really helpful for a growing channel like mine just getting off the ground. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'd love to answer them. Okay, back to the video. The symphony orchestra is probably the largest instrumental ensemble you will ever see on stage. Here's a list of the instruments and numbers of players that can make up a modern symphony orchestra. 22 to 40 violins, divided into 2 groups. Each group plays a different part. 8 to 16 violas, 8 to 14 cellos, 6 to 12 double basses, 2 to 4 flutes, 2 to 4 oboes, 2 to 4 clarinets, 2 to 4 bassoons, 4 to 9 French horns, 2 to 4 trumpets, 3 to 4 trombones, 1 to 2 tubas, 1 timpani, 1 to 6 percussionists playing a multitude of percussion instruments, 1 to 2 harps, 1 piano, and occasionally a specialty instrument or 2, like saxophone, acoustic guitar, accordion, banjo, etc. Total forces can be up to 127 players. Now, if I had to pick one word, one thing that large-scale symphonic music leans into as the underlying draw for its audience, that word would be spectacle. In the acoustic, non-technological concert environment, where there's no video on a big screen and no laser light show, the on-stage crowd itself is the entertainment, the spectacle. If 1 violin is good, 2 is better. And 40 violin players, their bows perfectly synchronized, moving in unison together, is better still. If 1 French horn sounds great, playing music that sounds like the hero riding into adventure, Then 9 French horns doing it has to be even greater still. Then there's also the beautiful concert hall, the musicians in their tuxedos and concert black, and the look of the brass instruments all sparkling in the stage lighting. And with all those different instruments, the possibilities for unique combinations and sound variations are almost endless. Its own spectacle, so to speak. Classical music is an art form of nuance, and there is nothing more nuanced than chamber music. Chamber music is music played by small group, 2 to say 9 players, 1 player to a part. And because the groups are so small, and remember, unamplified, there is a limit to how much volume the groups can produce, and therefore how many people can listen at one time. Audience size for live chamber music is usually in the dozens to hundreds, not thousands or tens of thousands. For me, the word that captures the essence of chamber music is intimacy. Chamber music offers the musical experience unadorned. It's the opposite of spectacle. Because the groups are small and the concert environment intimate, it's possible to have a direct connection to each individual performer, and by extension, to the contribution each performer makes to the whole. Through each player, the audience witnesses in real time the music taken apart and laid bare before them. They see each part of the music embodied by an individual artist. At the same time, they are witnessing collaboration among the artists, and therefore get to experience the reunification of those musical components into their artistic whole, a true juxtaposition of opposites. And all the while, enjoying the individual personality and style each player imparts on their particular contribution.